Welcome to Mystic Moons. I have a cold, Aries. I think I caught the flu. Of course, it was like the last thing I need to do was catch a cold at this point. But caught a cold, I did anyway. I was doing a reading for Cancer. I put myself on mute while I was coughing. Then apparently I did like 20 minutes of the reading. Still muted. Somebody finally posted, I think you're on mute. And that's how Cancer's reading turned out to be an hour. I was trying to recap what I had seen for the past 20 minutes that I was talking about, but I don't know how successful I was. I do think I summarized the whole point up generally, but there was a King of Cups that I went into depth with, and that King of Cups, well, how much I recapped it successfully, I don't know. Besides having a sore throat, congestion, stuff in my throat, phlegm, did I say a sore throat, coughing, sneezing. I also have a really bad headache. But anyway, I can still do readings. I still have my voice somewhat. If I do mute you on this occasion, because I think it's gross to go and hear those, illness sounds. And if I don't put you back on volume, I don't restore the volume, let me know, like write a note, say, hey, you're on mute. I wonder if I think I did do a reading in which I was entirely on mute, but we'll work all those things out, right? Anyway, yes, this is a reading for Aries. Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. Do you have Aries in your first house? Do you have Aries as your signature sign? I'm someone with strong Aries energy. One of those descriptions fits me. Personally, I think it would be fun to be an Aries sun. I am not an Aries sun, but I do have significant Aries in my other two spots, somewhere in my rising, somewhere in my moon. Not going to say where. But I would think how fun it would be to be like double Aries. That's fun energy. Hello, Chris. Nice to meet you. Anyway, yeah, so that's who I would say is for Aries. Aries, if I have time, I will do Aries love readings this month. Last month, well, this month that's ending, April, was so busy for me. I did skip the Aries love readings. I apologize. I did skip, I think, the Aries mid-month readings. I apologize. I was just so crammed and busy. But I will try and do it this month if this month is a bit more saner. We'll see. I will be doing, excuse me, who's watching you and moon messages. Those are also for all 12 signs, so keep an eye out for those. I do those every week. Aries, shall we start and see what is in your energy for May? Let's take a look at May for Aries. That's what my cat says. Aries, I have 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, bottom of deck energy. 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and the Moon. Has work been less than brilliant for you right now? Have there been things that you've been working for, Aries, and just you've either had to let them go, you've had to repivot to other types of Well, other things to go and better capture your attention, better spend your attention on. Find out more about this Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, I have Hermit. You tell my cat is going to serenade us with his little sweet, crying, pitiful voice. Aries, you got work ahead of you in May. You can't get can't get swept away by the tide, Aries. Keep your head about you, Aries. But I see some work ahead of you, Aries. Not that you haven't been working already, not that you've already been doing the good work already. Anyway, Eight of Pentacles clarified by Hermit, Temperance, Five of Wands. It's almost like seeking out. Well, first of all, Aries, you need to strike out. Whatever you have been currently working on or working with, Aries, it's a good time to start expanding your options. See what else you can go and gather, Aries. Use that chance, Aries, to, or use whatever lull you have right now, Aries, to start building up your networks, your contacts, other opportunities. Could be very related to work here. I mean, completely related to work here. Like professional work that you earn income for. Because, I don't know, it's something about you needing to look elsewhere. We'll find out more, Aries. Five of Wands tells me that there's a lot of work ahead. Also, too, some things are going to shift for you. Now, of course, this is a collective reading. I'll go and clarify. As we clarify, the message gets more and more specific, right? The general thing that I'm seeing, Aries, is that you should go and try and position yourself in the best foundation possible. In order to do that, Aries, you can't count on what you have been counting on to date. Expand your options. Also, too, it's going to take a bit of time for you to both move out of something or move on to something new. So it's good to start that groundwork now, rather than when you really need it to produce for you. You need it to start moving for you. It's also in this energy, Aries, like whatever you have been working on, perhaps you've noticed it yourself already. There are little tears, little possible tears in, let's say, the situation surrounding your revenue streams, maybe sources of friction, sources of tension. And maybe, Aries, you can overlook that. Maybe, Aries, you have been really, do I say really big of you, to soothe things over. You know, you're going along to get along. But I don't know how much longer, how sustainable that is for you, Aries, over the long run, which is why the message that I have in my hands right here. Start moving around, Aries, and seeing what else you can produce for work. Now we'll start clarifying. actually most curious about Five of Wands. Five of Wands is what's building, what's going to be undeniable in your face in a short amount of time. How much will you bow? How much will you acquiesce? How much will you brown nose? How capable are you, Aries, in following someone else's lead or playing someone else's game, especially when you see the fact that, well, just how intelligent, how much sense does it make, Aries, to play those games? Aries, this is all about standing your ground, knowing your worth, and regardless if the people around you recognizes it or doesn't, it doesn't matter, Aries. But I will say, Aries, that if you're in an environment that constantly buckles you, constantly tries to shape you and bend you into someone that you're not, you don't need that kind of stress, Aries. Producing good work itself is stressful enough, let alone adding on human components and psychological mind games. Temperance. Let's see. For temperance, temperance, overall strong Leo energy though. Not really seeing it so much as you may have Leo placements or maybe the people around you have Leo placements. I'm really seeing this is coming into your own power. You create the stage for yourself to shine. You don't need any validation from anyone else to go and do your own thing. There is significant Leo energy here. I wonder what that Hermit is, Aries. Aries, definitely go and make some movements in your work situation. It's a good time to start exploring other options, and you might land something, Aries, faster than you expect to. Temperance clarified by Six of Wands, Judgment, and King of Pentacles. It's a great time to get moving. It's a great time to start exploring other options that are available to you for work. Hello, Global. You know, in this energy, Aries, things could happen, things could move for you quite quickly. But you know what this energy is also like? Maybe in the beginning, things would maybe take a week or two to start percolating, start moving. but the overall, once things start flowing, like once communication starts happening, once they start meeting you, things could then move very quickly towards a decision. The longest time could be to initiate something and actually get in front of someone's face, and then things could start changing within a week. Anyway, it's a good time, Aries, for you to get out there and see what else you can have. I think you're going to be surprised with the quality of what you'll find. I guess I'll also say, too, in this temperance energy as well, Aries, don't undersell yourself. Don't just look for work opportunities that match what you've been doing or are less than what you're doing. It could be a different type of work if you're interested in it, but go higher and not at the same level or lower. That's also something very important here too. You don't need to undersell yourself. You definitely do not need to undersell yourself in the slightest. Okay, just making that clear as well. It's a very clear message that's here. And Hermit clarified by Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Nine of Wands. Well, Aries, we already saw that initial beginning of the deck energy that I pulled when I first got, whatever this is, Eight of Pentacles. Right, it showed us that Seven of Pentacles, something else, and something else that basically spoke to, well, work has been less than encouraging, right? Less than profitable, less than exciting, not being appreciated for the level of effort that you've been putting out. And what I have here is, Aries, whatever you've been maintaining so far, you can continue to maintain it. A whole lot of effort and not much reward for doing that. And I also think, Aries, that either way, things are slowly bubbling, but it's not sustainable over the long run. Not saying anything's going to happen this month, but I think this month, Aries, is the month that you should go and start moving around for other opportunities in work. I think that's really important because there are changes coming. And now is a good time for you to start putting out those feelers and positioning yourself. All right, Aries. Hi, Global Network. I'm not sure if I said teacher. There's many different types of work out there. If you want to be a teacher, you can be. And of course, the Aries collective is large, right? 1/12 of all life, actually a bit more if you consider the moon and rising placements. Have Aries energy. This is just one message out of the many messages that I'm sure other people are pulling for your collective. But that's the message that I got to share with you today. Something to think about, Aries. If it resonates, please do act upon it, Aries. Send out those feelers for better work. Not just the same work, better work. Wishing you a whole lot of luck, Aries. Aries, keep an eye out for the Who's Watching You if you're interested. I'll be doing later tonight. And thank you for the likes. Until next time, Aries. Bye-bye.